In this marketing tips video, I'm going to talk about 3 LinkedIn features that have been added in 2020 that you might have missed. One of them is name pronunciation, one of them is doing polling using status updates, and the other one is using emojis in content on the LinkedIn platform. More on that in a second. The first feature I'm going to talk about is the pronunciation feature. If you missed it, there's a little speaker icon available next to your name on your profile now, and when you click it, if you've set it up, you can actually hear yourself speaking your name. And this is really helpful for people that have names that are hard to pronounce. You can only do it from the mobile app on LinkedIn, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Okay, this is the LinkedIn application on my cell phone. And this is my home screen, my profile screen on the LinkedIn application. So you'll notice the little pencil to the top right of my profile, and that's where I can actually edit the audio file that's the pronunciation of my name. So I click that little pencil, and it brings up this new screen that has all of these things on it. And you'll see down in the middle there your audio recording. I've already recorded one, so it shows that one is there. And you can click the pencil to bring up this record new pronunciation or delete this pronunciation. So you would just go ahead and click record new pronunciation and say your name and then save it. You would click save on your profile and you're done. And then it'll be available if anybody checks out your LinkedIn profile. They'll be able to click that little speaker icon next to your name and hear how to pronounce your name correctly. This next thing I'm going to show you is how to actually use emojis in the content on LinkedIn. You can use emojis in your professional headline, your status updates, your about, your job experience, all kinds of things to spice things up if you'd like to. Personally, I only use them sparingly. I don't want to use them a ton, but they're kind of nice to add a little bit of stuff to a little bit of spice to your profile. You can see in my LinkedIn profile that here's my professional headline, and you can see that I've got emojis right here for the mask, the treble clef related to music, and then I chose bricks for the Lego collector emoji. And to get these in here, the first thing you'd want to do is go to the link in my blog post or in the description of the video, and you'll have a link to this emoji list. It's at unicode.org. And you can scroll through all of these emojis to try and pick one that you would want. And there are hundreds of them. But let's say I liked this, let's say I liked this explosion. And I wanted to put that in my LinkedIn profile. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting my cursor here and clicking and dragging over it to select it, hitting Control-C to copy that emoji. And then I'm going back to my LinkedIn profile. And I could probably just do a status update even. Let's try that idea and see if it works in here. So paste, there it is. You can actually do, as part of a status update, you can paste emojis in. And so I'm going to discard that draft and go back to my profile. But if I wanted to actually add these emojis to my professional headline, I'd click the pencil right here and then scroll down just a little bit till you get to this section. And then you hit Control-V to paste in that emoji that you copied from the unicode.org website. It's as easy as that. And so you can go look through all of those. There's unicorns and everything else you can imagine that are emojis if you want to dress up portions of your content. The final thing I'm going to show you is how to do polls as a status update on LinkedIn. It's not obvious that you can do a poll, and the poll meaning like, a question with multiple answers that you could throw out there to see what people think. And the engagement's surprisingly high on polling, so it's an interesting thing for you to try. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. You can see on this screen that I did one earlier today that is, how often do you log into LinkedIn? And the choices that I selected were daily, weekly, monthly, and less than monthly. And I've already had 133 views of this thing. I put it up 2 hours ago. And I've gotten 16 votes, so it's very interesting the engagement that has generated. So here is how you would do one of those polls. From your home page on LinkedIn, you click Start a Post, and one of the things that you might not have noticed down here is that you can celebrate an occasion, find an expert, add a profile, but create a poll is one of the things down here that you might have missed. So I'm going to click that, and it's as simple as typing in your question here, whatever you want to do. How do you commute to work is their example. And then you have 1, 2 options. You can add more options by clicking add option, get 3 or 4 options. And then you can choose how long you want this poll to live. 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, or 2 weeks. And when you're done, you click done, and it will literally publish that poll as a status update that then looks like this. It looks like a status update on your LinkedIn home feed to anybody else that's connected to you that might see that. And they can click one of these options to see what other people are voting on that. And I'm glad to see that 94% of the people that responded from the 16 people that put in polling votes are using LinkedIn daily. So that's pretty good numbers. Of course, I guess it makes sense since they're on LinkedIn all the time anyway. They would have seen my poll to actually take the poll. But that's just an example I wanted to throw out there so you can see how to do polls on LinkedIn. Thanks for tuning in to this marketing tip this week on LinkedIn new features for 2020. I hope you got some value out of this. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I'm truly trying to get more people involved in this, and my goal always is to help you with new tech tips, with thought leadership called brain food, and these marketing tips. And I'm going to do those 3 buckets. Talk to you soon.